So what not to do once you're entered into a contract or after you've applied for a loan. There are a number of different things. Most of them involve either changing your income structure or adding more debt. You obviously want to have as few inquiries on your credit bureau as possible, so hold off on buying that new furniture or getting the new same as cash deal on your window treatments until after the home is purchased. Avoid getting inquiries because they do a credit check at the beginning of the loan process and again at the end. And while you may still qualify debt ratio wise, it could just be another thing that you have to provide documentation for and can cause delays in the loan closing process. So avoid applying for any new credit at all. Obviously don't buy any new cars, don't get any same as cash deals, don't co-sign for anybody else on any other thing. Try to avoid having your credit pulled in any way. Don't quit your job. There is an employment verification, just like with the credit checks, both at the beginning and at the end. Within 10 days of close, they will call your employer to make sure that you still work there. It is okay to take a new job as long as the income structure doesn't change. So if you don't go from hourly or salary to commission or bonus based. Try to avoid changing bank accounts or making any large deposits or withdrawals. Those things all have to be verified and documented. Typically it's not necessarily a deal breaker, but it's just another pain in the neck that you have to go through as far as paperwork and getting involved with where the money came from and that sort of thing. Try to avoid using your credit cards or adding anything onto large balances. Obviously, you can, if you're a credit card user, to buy your groceries and your gas, that sort of thing is fine. But again, try to avoid making large purchases that could increase your income or debt ratio. Don't spend the money that you've set aside for the down payment. If you've verified it at the beginning of the loan process, keep the money there. Make sure that you have the same source for your down payment at the end of the loan that you had at the beginning. If you had your money in a checking account, the bank will verify at the end of the loan payment or on the day that you close that the money came from that same bank. If you got the funds as a gift, don't spend those gift funds. Make sure that they are in the same source that they were at the beginning of the documentation process, so that at the end of the process, you're writing a check or getting your money order, your cashier's check from that same source.